Hey YouTube, it's your girl Dr. Lorraine, aka your forever educator, and welcome back to my lifestyle channel where I talk about home decor, DIYs, and all things in between. So if this is something you're interested in, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. So today's video is a DIY video, and it's actually a request from one of the DIYs that I featured in my Sora DIY gifts video, and it is the shadow box. Actually, it's this shadow box here. So I've had a couple requests to DIY, to show how I DIY'd, created this shadow box. And first and foremost, I want to apologize for how long it has taken me to upload this video. I have been so busy just enjoying my time with my sons. I have two sons, 18 and 19, that will be heading off to college this fall, and they are visiting me for the summer, and I have just really been enjoying them. So again, my apologies for not getting this up as soon as I should have when it was requested, but hopefully you'll forgive me and hopefully you'll watch till the end and I can make up for that. So without further ado, I'm gonna just go ahead and jump in and let's DIY this shadow box.
Okay, so let me just get situated here and let's jump on in here. So first you're gonna need your rubbing alcohol, and you're going to need some paper towels, a glue gun, as well as some cutting utensils. You're also going to need your pearls. I got these pearls from the Dollar Tree, and I have 2 packs here, but you might only need a pack and a half since this shadow box is a little bit smaller than the one I featured in the video. Of course, you're going to need your permanent vinyl. I'm using the foil permanent vinyl, and you're also going to need your transfer tape. We're going to use these glitter foam pads, and it has adhesive backing. I got these from Michael's. They run for about $1.69 each, and it's less mess than using the Mod Podge and the glitter. And of course, you're going to need your shadow box. The one we're going to be working with today is a 7x7 shadow box, and I purchased this shadow box from Hobby Lobby. Originally priced at $19.99, but of course I got it on sale. I don't buy anything from Hobby Lobby that's not on sale, so 50% off. And here I'm showing you that you want to get the shadow box that has more depth to it. There are some shadow boxes out there where they say they're shadow boxes, but they're more of like picture frames. So you want the one with the depth because you have to have enough room to add your pearls. Okay, so we're going to just trace the back of the shadow box with the foam glitter pad, which is what I'm doing here. And so, you know, just something to note, when you add the padding, it's going to be a little bit thicker, so you might have a hard time when you get ready to close the shadow box, and those little prongs that you turn that go into the crevices to lock it in. You might not be able to do that because adding this foam is a little bit thicker, but it will stay in place. I guarantee you that. So although it does have adhesive backing, I like to make sure it has a little bit more extra support with the adhesion, and so that's why I use the glue gun, just to make sure that it's, it stays secure and it stays laying down flat, because the material on this shadow box that I just put the glue on, it is like a felt type material, and so I was kind of concerned that it would not stay stuck. It might lift up later on, so I just wanted to make sure by adding the hot glue that it stayed firmly stuck down. So now I'm going to go ahead and clean off the glass portion of the shadow box, and you want to do this so that your permanent vinyl will be easy to apply, and it will lay flat and it will stick. So you want to make sure all of the dust and any oils, any fingerprints that you might have on the glass, and so that's what I'm using the rubbing alcohol here for. So now we're going to go ahead and add our pearls to the shadow box. And again, I have 2 packs of pearls because I used 2 packs when I did the first DIY shadow box. But again, that was a larger one. It was a 9x9. And with this being a 7x7, I'm thinking that I'm not going to need 2 packs. But we're going to put it in here and see what happens. So I did end up taking some out, and I do believe 1.5 packs would be enough for a 7x7 shadow box. So now we're going to go on over to Cricut Design Space, and here what I'm showing you is what I had for the 9x9 shadow box. If you guys have a 9x9 and you want to do that, so these are the dimensions that I used for the square and for the poodle, and I did get the poodle from Design Space as well. And these are the dimensions that I used for the Greek letters. And again, I purchased the Greek letters from Design Space as well, Cricut Design Space. So let's go ahead and just hide all of this on the screen so that I can walk you through and show you exactly how I created. So you want to go here to, not here, You want to go to shapes. Okay, so go to shapes. You're going to grab a square. Pop that on in there. And let's change the color of the square to a lighter color so we'll be able to see it. We're going to grab another square. And then we're going to make this square a little bit bigger. Let's move that over. Slide your square inside your other square. And then we're going to highlight by dragging and selecting both squares. And then you're going to send it to the back. So then that way your lighter square is up front and you can see it. Then we're going to highlight it again, and then we're going to align it center. Just like that. And then one more time, we're going to highlight it again, selecting both squares, and then we're going to go over here to the right where I'm showing you with the pen, and you're going to hit that slice button. So after you splice it, then you're going to remove the negative. Let's get that out of the way, remove that. And then there you have your box. And here I'm just showing you, you'll just go up, and if you want to change the size of your box, you'll do that by highlighting and then selecting the size and clicking enter. Highlight here. I think I'm going to put in a 3.5, enter. So now you have your box. So now we're gonna grab our poodle, and pretty much the same thing, except you're gonna go to text and you're gonna type in your text. I did the number sign and a 6. Let's change the color of that to a lighter color so that we can see it. And then we're gonna drag that into our poodle, wherever you want it in the poodle. And then we're going to highlight and select both. Going to splice it, and you're going to remove the negative. So let's get that 6 out of there. Click on that. And now you have your poodle with your line number in it. Okay, so I have everything cut off the Cricut, and I'm just going to use my weeding tool here and weed the vinyl. This foil vinyl, you guys, is just, it's kind of interesting to work with. It's very, very pretty. I like it, but when it comes to like laying things down, sometimes it's just a little bit tricky, but once it's down, and so you just have to be really careful when you're applying the vinyl to whatever surface that you're applying it to, because it gets these air bubbles. Now, all vinyl does get the air bubbles when you're laying it down, but the foil vinyl seems to be harder to work with because you can't really like smooth it out by pressing it, because you'll lift some of the material up, if that makes sense. So now you're going to take your transfer tape, and I am using Cricut transfer tape. Using my weeding tool to kind of get it started to lift it up. then you're going to apply it to the poodle image. Just put it on there, smooth it down, make sure I don't have any air bubbles, which I do. I probably should have did a better job of smoothing it down and applying it on there, but like I said, this foil vinyl is just really tricky to work with. So now that I have it on the transfer tape, I'm just going to pull it back, and it will be secured to the transfer tape. Got a little piece of paper on there. Let's get that out. Definitely don't want that to be stuck on the shadow box. So we're going to grab our shadow box, and we're going to place our poodle wherever we want it on there. So we'll put it down, smooth it down. And I'm using that little spatula tool from Cricut. I call it a spatula. I don't know what it's called. But if you don't have that, you can use a credit card or anything that's kind of like flat, Metro card, whatever. And then you'll pull the transfer tape back, and your poodle will be secured. To your shadow box. And then we're going to repeat that process for the Greek letters. Okay, so here she is. I'm all finished. Isn't she lovely? You have to excuse my singing because I cannot sing. But isn't she lovely? And I think she turned out really, really cute. As you can see, this was a very simple process, and it was quick and easy. I did not edit the video because I wanted to make sure that you saw all of my snafus and things that, the little hiccups, mistakes that I was making, because in the past I've watched YouTube videos and they seem like so simple. Everything's just flowing, and then I get in there and lo and behold, I run into all kind of problems. So I wanted to make sure that you were aware of, some things that you could be, mistakes you could run into. Case in point, using this foil vinyl is a pain, I should say.
It is not as easy as using other permanent vinyl. And if you can look really close as I turn it, you'll see that the poodle, there you go, you can see it there, it has some air bubbles. It doesn't look bad, but it is something to note that when you're using this foil vinyl, you know, you have to make sure that it's smooth, and once it's down, and you know, it's just not as easy as, to me, in my opinion, to use as other permanent vinyl that I have used. Another thing that I wanted to bring up is, you notice that I did not put the box around this particular design as I did the other shadow box. And the reason being is I wanted to leave some room for customization. So there's room here to put something, there's room here, you know, there's spaces. And I said all that to say, I would like to gift this shadow box to one of you, my viewers. And the person that would win it, I will do the customization for you of your choice that you choose, as long as it can fit in these spaces. And all you have to do is, 1, like this video. 2, head on over to my Etsy shop, RaineChecks, and favorite my shop. 3, head on over to Instagram, RaineChecks, and follow me there. Find the picture of this shadow box, like it, and comment, I want this, and drop a blue and a yellow heart. Okay, one more time. If you would like a chance to win this shadow box, all you have to do is like this video, head on over to my Etsy shop, RaineChecks, favorite my shop, head on over to Instagram, RaineChecks, follow me there, find the picture of this shadow box, like it, and comment, I want this, and drop a blue and a yellow heart. And that's it. I'm going to announce the winners right here, the winner right here on YouTube on August 1st at 1922. That's 7:22 for all of you non-military people. And that's going to be Eastern Standard Time. So, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you found it informative. And if you do decide to make a shadow box, if you could please just, go ahead and share a picture with me. I would love to see everybody's work. So, without further ado, because I think that my baby is ready to go outside. So, without further ado, to educate me is to educate you, your forever educator. Bye.